I'm back after 11 days since the first upload. I did create the unfinished horse project, sort of a mess in between, just because I felt like I wanted to fill the gap. Um, it would have been nice if I had the energy to record another one of these type of videos, but as you can see, I'm still sticking with Google Meets, mostly because I've downloaded Premiere Pro, and looked into some of the other editing softwares, but very typical of me to, as soon as I got the equipment, I kind of, the urge to record kind of plummeted. And I briefly shared on the second video, which is a complete failure. Um, I did get myself a camcorder, and it's really nice. It has the 48 times zoom and say Leica lens and everything. Um, and I have been using them to record, get a few clips, but it was hard to find the link between the type of messages or the type of things that I want to talk about in these videos versus what I capture on my camera or camcorder. And so the thing that I really wanted to talk about on this video was the concept of failure. And I think I mentioned it in the first video as well. It's something that I'm trying to do more this year, which sounds weird, that I want to fail more, but I think the idea is stemming from another developing thought, which is I want to find a bit of comfort in uncertainty or discomfort, find comfort in discomfort. And it's gonna sound a little cringe or very Instagram self-motivation, inspirational content creator is ish, but I think the nature of the work that I do in design or arts, where I used to want to be, is that there is no silver bullet or a direct answer to how to be good at it. And it's also kind of relevant to something that I've been learning, which is piano. Music, I think, also doesn't have an answer. Other people might think otherwise, but I think the entire nature of doing any creative work is that there is no certainty. And I think the people that thrive in these fields are, stay in the call, are the type of people that don't care as much about the uncertainty or the so-called failures. And these are all just developing thoughts, so I am completely self-conscious uploading this, but that's also part of me trying to fail a bit more. One thing that I also kind of thought about in the past few days is that my environment growing up kind of put me in a path where I kind of automatically had to become a people pleaser to survive. Maybe it was my coping mechanism, sort of a thing. But more often than not, people pleasers, the whole reason why they want to please others is because they don't like being unliked, being disliked, being hated. And I thought that was also true for me, but And I don't know, but fortunately, I think I haven't been hated or disliked too much in the past. I would never know, but I just feel like um, I have a bit of confidence in that. But anyways, that's not the point. I I think I realized that I don't mind being disliked or hated, and maybe I'll attach it. Maybe I'll put it in the links. But one of the reels that I found very motivating or inspiring recently was from Jacob Collier, amazing musician, honestly a magician, if anything. And I'm just gonna paraphrase it, but what he said was, disgust as an emotion is more interesting than disinterest or a bland taste. And he also mentioned that opposite of love is not hatred, it's indifference, I think. And I think I agree because I'd rather be disgusted than be bored. I might take that back. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but for the sake of this message that I want to get out, or this thought that I want to get out of my head, is disgust or love has a bit of a color associated, whereas indifference or blandness doesn't. And obviously, me trying this and posting more on LinkedIn, uh, being active creator, is me wanting to find my color, which is kind of funny because, as you can tell, I didn't do this on purpose, but well, no, I did it on purpose, but right now my color is dark olive or olive or green, whatever color it is. It's not that important, to be honest. Um, I want to find my color because I don't. Well, I probably have something, but I can't say I relate to it a 100% at the moment. So, um, even if it comes at the cost of humility or anxiety or identity crisis or depression or whatever all these negative words that I have in my head, um, I'd rather risk that to a certain point, so that I can find my color. And I think I'm nearing 30 this year, and I think it's the perfect time to do it, which is why I've also been talking about this with my close friends, some of my colleagues, and professional network. And I think it's an important one. Uh, hmm. I have so many other strains of thoughts that I want to expand to, and as you can see, I'm not too familiar with self-recording yet either. So I'm kind of all over the place, and I'm aware of that, and that's why I'm trying to be wary of what I bring up because I might dabble all over the place and not know when to wrap it up. Um, which probably means it's a perfect time to do so. So I might just stop it there and share a few clips um, from the past days. One thing that I'll mention is I went to Boys to Men's concert last night with a few friends, and it was nice because they said that they were performing for the past 32 years, which is mind blowing. I'd love to be in a place eventually where I can say that I've worked in a certain industry or sector for 32 years. which I will get to, I think. But one of the other things that uh, Sean, one of their vocalists, but also an instrumentalist at this point, mentioned is that their job as an entertainer is to provide an experience where the audience wasn't expecting, or something along the lines of that, where the audience could have certain expectations, but their job as entertainers is to break that expectation, go over that. And I like the experimental side of that, where they might not be entirely sure as to whether the audience will like that surprise factor or not. But I don't think at this point, where they have 32 years of experience behind them, that they would care as much, whether we would like it or not. I think they just want to provide an experience, which kind of goes back to Jacob Collier's point of disgust, dislike. It's probably better. Although people could love it, and as for me, I loved it. It's better than disinterest, which is them just playing all the songs that we know, we expect, and so on. So I don't know how my friends took that experience, but for me it was enlightening. I can't think of the word that I can resonate with the emotions that I had last night, but it was inspiring at the least. So yeah, I'll add in a few clips, maybe songs, not sure. See what I do with that. Cool. Bye.